Hey everyone, this is Friedel Hacker Age Raven, and I'm back with my recap and review of Pose Season number 2, Episode number 3, which is titled Butterfly Cocoon. And I'm gonna be honest, this episode is going to feel very weird to some people who aren't familiar with their ballroom culture history or drag history, especially Dorian Casey, who I'll get to later. So, anyway, uh, the, uh, the, My bad. The episode opens up with Angel being recorded and she's being asked questions by Eileen Ford about why she wants to be the fresh face of 1990 and all of that stuff. And Angel is giving her answers and she's like, "You don't have to beat my mug and I'm a natural beauty." And Eileen is like, "Yes, you can Vogue and all of that, but what more can you give us?" And Angel is like, "I can give you my heart. I can give you my honesty. I give good advice." And then the conversation moves on towards how Angel wants to be, and she wants to set an example for other people like her that their dreams can be achieved. And she tells Eileen Ford that we don't get to see a lot of models or any models that look like her in major campaigns. And that's why Eileen should select Angel as the winner or the fresh face of 1990. And she does have an impact on Eileen, but you can kind of see that Eileen has other plans for her. So Angel is feeling herself. She goes to the ballroom, and the ballroom theme is feminine realness. And of course, she wins. She's happy. Even Pretel compliments her about going into the modeling business and how she's standing up for herself and others. And then we move, and then it's the next day, and Papi is taking some photos of her. He's taking Polaroids of her, and he's like, "You look like a catalog model." And Angel is like, "Ain't no one gonna be a catalog model." She wants to be appear in magazine and all of that stuff. So the phone is ringing, and Angel goes to answer it. Well, actually, I guess Damon answers it, and he tells Angel that it's Eileen. I'm not really sure. But Angel answers it. That's the main thing, and it's Eileen. And Eileen tells Angel that no, she will not be the fresh face of 1990. And of course, Angel is heartbroken. She's sad and she's angry and she's annoyed. She's frustrated. She lets her anger out at Blanca because Blanca's the one who wanted her to enter the modeling business and all that. And yeah, I could understand why Angel was angry, and she immediately regretted raising her voice at Blanca, and she walked away. And Papi's like, "I'll handle it." So Papi and Angel are just walking, and Papi is like, "The competition doesn't matter. You're a natural beauty. Being a model is in your destiny. You're going to be successful," and all of that stuff. So these two are bonding, and then they kiss. And while they're kissing, Angel realizes what they're doing, and she backs away and she's like, "Papi, we shouldn't be doing this." And Papi is like, "Angel, I'm not in a rush. I've been waiting my whole life for a girl like you, and you have to give me a chance." And you know what? I'm okay with these two being a couple, but you know that their journey isn't going to be easy. Just look at what happened to Damon and Ricky. So we move to Elektra, and Elektra's client, Paul, who likes to do drugs and all of that stuff. Comes in with a mask, and you're supposed to put the poppers in the mask and then inhale all of them. And Elektra is like, "Yeah, I'll let you use that, but you'll have to pay me extra." And she sets Paul up in this with chains and all of that stuff. She puts the mask on Paul, and right there, you know something bad is going to happen, especially when Paul tells Elektra that she should go out and she should come back after like 20 to 25 minutes so that the drugs have had an effect on him. So Elektra kills time. She's eating hot dogs, she's drinking tea. So after 20 minutes are up, she goes back to Paul, and then she realizes that Paul OD'd. And Dominique ended up doing very good in this scene, especially with her acting, especially when she was trying to get the vomit out of Paul's hands. It felt real. It felt like a real reaction a person would have, especially when they aren't fully realizing what's happening. So she rushes to Blanca and she wants Blanca to help and all of that stuff. And Blanca's like, "Yeah, I understand what kind of predicament you're in, but you have to call the cops." And Elektra is like, no, I'm not going to call any cops. They're not going to believe what the truth that I'm telling. They're going to blame me, and I'm not going to jail, and yada yada yada. And Blanca is like, if you didn't want my advice, why are you even here? And Elektra actually, yeah, Elektra is like, you know what? I'm not really sure why I'm here either. So she goes to find Candy, and Blanca follows her, and it's a good scene. So over at Candy's, Elektra tells Candy what's up, and Candy is like, "Was he a white man?" And Elektra is like, "Yeah, he was." And Candy answers that, "Yeah, Elektra's effed." But they need to figure out what to do. And Blanca still keeps on saying that they should tell the cops and they should get help, and the cops will believe Elektra and all of that stuff with the racism and them being transgendered. The cops aren't going to listen to any of them. And Candy is like, there's a person I would like you to meet, so we should first get her advice and then we'll decide. So they go to this spot in town, and Blanca is still telling Candy that they should tell the cops, and Candy answers that one of the problems with Blanca is that she always thinks that doing the right thing is the right thing to do. So it turns out that the person that they're meeting is Peppermint. I know her from RuPaul's Drag Race, and Peppermint is she listens to Elektra's story, and she tells Elektra that no, they shouldn't get the cops involved because the system is against people like them. And she ends up telling her story about how she was like with a man and she was giving him a BJ, but it wasn't going good. And then the man ended up hitting her, and the man actually ended up beating her quite well. But the police came in, and the police didn't even listen to her story, and they ended up sending her to prison. And again, because of how she looks like and because of being trans, the police was like, yeah, you're going to prison. And over at prison, Peppermint ends up telling everyone that what happened to her, about how a guard wanted to give her cosmetics and wigs just so he could pimp her out to other people, and that people yeah, they shouldn't be in jail, and it's a good idea that Elektra isn't getting the cops involved. And Blanca is still like, we are getting in way too much trouble. I'm not being a fan of this. I don't think we should be doing any of this. And I like the scene where Elektra ended up taking Blanca to the side and having a little private chat. And Elektra is still Blanca's mother, and she uses that card to send Blanca to her room because she also cares about Blanca, because Elektra knows that Blanca isn't the type of person who has it to go, to move along with all of this, what they're about to do. So she tells Blanca that she should sit this one out. So it turns out that Candy takes Elektra to the same woman we saw back in season 1, and she was this quack doctor who was using low quality silicone and all of that stuff. So apparently she knows how to get rid of dead bodies. So they go to Elektra's dungeon, and this is where Candy identifies the man. She's like, this is Paul. So Elektra, you don't have to feel sorry for what happened, because Paul isn't a good person. And if it was up to Candy, she would just leave him in the street. But Elektra is like, no, we're going to do this the right way. So there's a little fun scene in the elevator where they have stuffed Paul inside a suitcase, and I'm like, wow, this is one weirdly it's dark comedy in the weirdest sense. So over at Blanca's house, Blanca is still worrying about Elektra, and Angel's like, I apologize for my outburst. And Blanca tells her that she has nothing to worry about. She has already forgiven Angel, and she has other things on her mind. And she also tells Angel that Papi has been moping. And Papi comes in, and Blanca tells Angel to talk to Papi. And the two talk about how Angel isn't sure because she doesn't want to ruin the relationship that she has with Papi by going into an actual relationship, the girlfriend-boyfriend kind. And Papi is like, Angel, you need to give me a chance because I like you, I love you, and all of that stuff. So they decide to give each other a chance, and they decide to go out on a date. So the woman tells Candy and Elektra about how there was this woman back in some from some area, I'm not really sure where, and then how she ended up killing her husband who used to beat her, and then all of the women of the village or the town ended up helping that woman to cocoon the body, and this is where she ended up learning how to get rid of a dead body or how to handle a dead body. So while they're doing this, Elektra's like, this guy, even though Paul isn't a good human being, he's still some mother's son. And she recites a little prayer. And I was like, Elektra, really at this moment? So they get to work and they cocoon him. And there was the scene where they were like, we need to fold him up. But then when the camera panned out and they were like covering him up, his body seems to be elongated. So I'm not really sure what's happening there. So they put him in Elektra's truck, and there he'll decompose and turn into mush and all of that stuff. So Angel is getting ready for a date with Papi, and Damon ends up telling Angel that even though he's Team Papi, Papi isn't the type of guy who can give Angel what she wants, because Angel is a very motivated young girl. And basically, she can get any man that she wants. So Angel is kind of uncertain about whether or not she should continue her relationship with Papi. But before she has more time to think about it, Eileen Fort calls, and turns out there's this Wet and Wild photo shoot going on, and the photographer is looking for a different kind of model, and Eileen sends Angel there, and Angel can't believe her luck. So she goes to the photo shoot, and I was actually kind of surprised that Angel was so comfortable with her body to wear such a revealing swimsuit. But that happened. So she's having fun and all of that. Time is moving away. She has forgotten about Papi, basically. And then she remembers it's around like 7:30, and she tells the photographer that she needs to go and meet someone. And the photographer is like, do you want to be a social butterfly, or do you want to be a superstar? And Angel is like, yeah, I want to be a superstar. So she stays. And Papi, I'm telling you all, he gets stood up. And when Papi cries, we all cry. So Angel's back home now, and she tells Blanca and Damon about her day, about how they had an entire table to themselves, and free drinks and drugs and all of that stuff. And Blanca told Angel to stay away from the drugs. So Papi comes in, and Blanca and Damien excuse themselves, and Papi and Angel have a very mature conversation, if I were to say so. And Angel tells Papi about why she was busy and that she's sorry about it. And Papi is like, you don't have to be sorry for doing things that you wanted to do to achieve your dream, because Papi is being so extremely supportive. And again, when Papi cries, we all cry. And amazing scene. And Papi is like, I know you're busy, you have eyes on other prizes, but Angel, I need you to understand that I'm a prize too. You might not see me as a prize now, but one day you will. And it was such an emotional scene. I was like, Angel, hug him, kiss him or something. So 2 weeks have passed after that Paul incident, and Blanca asks Elektra to meet her because she wants to check up on her. And Blanca is like, I have nightmares. And Elektra tells Blanca that it's the same for her. She wakes up in the middle of the night when it's quiet, and she goes and she prays over the trunk where Paul's dead body is in. And she tells Blanca that his body is going to stay with me for the rest of my life. So the entire conversation also goes towards how, because the system is against them, the world is against them. So even though the LGBTQIA community does try to tear each other down and throw shade and all of that stuff, when it's time, they do rally together, and that's what's important, because down in their hearts, everyone knows that they're part of a community, that they're part of a single big family. So the episode ends with Damon, Angel, Blanca, and Papi going to a local store, because apparently the Wet and Wild line that Angel is a part of is out, and they see it in the store, and everyone is happy, and Angel is happy, and you can see her pictures there. And again, I'm not really sure how many transgendered models were actually in the fashion business. But reality aside, I'm still happy that Angel is happy and everyone is happy. The episode ends with the words, everybody wants to make an impression, some mark upon the world. Then you think you've made a mark on the world if you just get through it. And a few people remember your name. Then you have left a mark. So it's by Dorian Corey, who ended up dying because of AIDS complications in 1993. She was a drag queen. And again, like I said, if you guys know about Dorian Corey, you would know about what Elektra ended up going through in this episode. So basically, you can Wikipedia her or Google. So basically, when Dorian Corey died, one of her friends went to go through her belongings. And this is where she found an old trunk, and inside an old trunk was a dead body that had been inside the trunk for like 15 years. So that's a real story, and it goes and connects to what Elektra is going through. And again, if you know about the real events in the ballroom culture and the drag community, this episode makes sense because again, it got inspired by real life events and all of that stuff. So it turns out that the dead body that Dorian Casey had was shot in the head, and that's how that man died. So the police is still not able to solve the mystery, especially because Dorian Casey is dead as well. But they assume that it was some abusive boyfriend, and it was a mistake that Dorian ended up killing him. And because Dorian didn't want to go to the police or get arrested, that's why she put him in the trunk and all of that stuff and kept him with her for years on end because of guilt and whatnot. Anyway, it was a fun episode. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think is going to happen to these characters moving on? And until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.